Got this video by RRG. Gucci Mane and Keyshia's creepy marriage is scary. What the hell she talking about on here now? Auntie be tripping out, you feel me? She be funny, but like, I'ma just, look at the video. I just hope she not talking about when, none of Gucci mental health type stuff, you feel me? Because that's nothing to be played with or talking about or picking at, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But I just pray that it's on the up and up or whatever, you feel me? It's lighthearted, but we gonna get into it.
Since the release of his 2005 debut studio album Trap House, Radrick Delantic Davis, who the hell is that? Better known as Gucci Mane, has been one of hip-hop.
Yo, she already be getting into it. She funny as hell, dog. Hey.
Since the release of his 2005 debut studio album Trap House, Radrick Delantic Davis, who the hell is that? Better known as Gucci Mane, has been one of hip-hop's most influential artists. But away from the music scene, he served time behind bars and battled substance abuse issues. After meeting entrepreneur Keyshia,
they look good. That's a good looking couple.
When it comes to celebrity couples, few have built such a polished, icy image quite like them. They're always dripping in diamonds, posing in their mega mansion, riding around in Rolls Royces, and posting anniversary tributes that could double as luxury brand ads. But beneath the pristine facade, their marriage is riddled with strange contradictions, and fans can't help but realize that their fairy tale feels more like a carefully engineered narrative. Part romance, part brand partnership, and part psychological chess match.
I used to date this girl that had all this colorful hair and all this shit, and everything gotta have the big old logos on it and all this shit, man. I'm going like, you know what I'm saying? You don't know the name or nothing. You feel me? Ain't no logos or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
But before we dive deep into someone else's business, don't forget to scoop up something to munch on at rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has an assortment of Applewood smoked bacon jerky, freeze-dried goodies, and butter toffee peanuts. To give you some better insight into this nightmare, this love story, we have to take you back to 2008 when Gucci got locked up on a probation violation. As his 2010 release date approached, he was gearing up to re-enter the music scene and film several new videos. While behind bars, he read an issue of XXL, and the magazine's Eye Candy of the Year caught his attention. He recognized the woman from her appearance in Timbaland and Drake's Say Something music video, and he thought she would be the perfect video vixen for his upcoming video shoot for the song 911 Emergency.
Everybody wanted her on their video back then. Like, she was one of the ones, like how Melissa Ford and stuff like that, even though she came like a little bit later after that. Because Melissa Ford, Buffy the Body, Superhead, she don't like to be called that, Corinne Stephens, and a bunch of other ones. What that other one? I think she was Spanish. I forgot her name. You know what I'm saying? But they was doing their thing. I think she was what's his name? It's her baby daddy. He a singer, Aaron Hall. Yeah, man, she was one of them ones. Feel me? She still is, but Gucci got her, so she off the market.
He called his manager and told her to do whatever it took to find the woman. The woman was Keyshia, of course, and Gucci's manager was able to locate her. The manager told Keyshia that Gucci really wanted her to appear in his music video, but Keyshia was initially turned off. She told the New York Post she didn't want to be around rappers at that point. But when the manager kept calling her over and over again, she finally agreed. Once Gucci was released from behind bars, Keyshia got flued out from Miami to Atlanta a day before she was scheduled to appear on set. Gucci was busy filming his other videos, but when he found out Keyshia was in town, he told his manager to bring her on set. In his autobiography, the rapper said that magazine photos didn't do Keyshia any justice. He thought she was gorgeous.
What he mean? She was already bad. What are you talking about? Ain't do her no justice, sir. These dudes, you know what though? It be the, I ain't gonna go there, but let's just say dudes who want females to be extravagant when they look like the corner store t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. And we just gonna move along.
He asked her to stick around until after he finished filming, but she turned him down and said she'd see him the next day for her scheduled appearance in the 911 emergency video. Gucci wrote in his book that Keyshia turning him down made him want her even more. It always does.
Yeah.
Don't it?
Period.
She showed up the next day, and after they wrapped up, he practically begged her to stay in Atlanta an extra night so he could take her to dinner. Oh, begging ass. She agreed, and they lived happily ever after. Just kidding.
How did his lips get, because they used to be more fuller. So the teeth do that? Do a reduction? Because now that he got new teeth, he don't have, his lips aren't that full. Or when you lose weight, that's how it go? I don't know, because when I lost weight, shit, my lips still, like, I got a wide ass mouth. So I don't know.
In Atlanta an extra night so he could take her to dinner. Oh, begging ass. She agreed, and they lived happily ever after.
She said he's all begging ass.
Just kidding. There was one major issue. They had completely different lifestyles. At the time, she was a mother of 3 and wasn't much of a partier at all.
I was about to say,
on the other hand,
that much
was
of a
living
difference.
the rock star lifestyle,
Like,
don't make it.
Hey.
He wanted to impress Keyshia, so he lied about his vices. He said right up in her face and told her he was done drinking lean. A damn lie. Either way, they were feeling each other. She joined him on the road, and she told Page 6 that was where things got even more serious. One night, she put Gucci in the shower and bathed him. She said that taking care of her man was something she learned while living in a traditional Jamaican household, so it was no big deal to her. However, for Gucci, it meant the world. He looked at her and said, "Wow, no one has ever bathed me before." After the tour, Keyshia remained focused on her cosmetics empire and fitness apparel, while Gucci's mental health began to deteriorate. He had a string of physical altercations and a 2013 Twitter rant where,
you know, that type of stuff happened to me before. You know, I went somewhere before, took a flight, you know, out of this chick house, and I cleaned up while they was at work. You don't do that. They taught me, you don't do that, like, but that's just in me, shit. You know how I was raised. If something out of order, set it straight. It's just that. But in these days and age, you can't do much of shit, because you'll be fucked around. People will be falling behind you like a little duck. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know how the little ducks be falling behind their parent? That's how they'll be following you, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful out here, you know, doing things with folk, and they ain't even, like, especially if you early in and you just trying to feel people out. But that's just how I carry on, and I guess that's why, you know, shit get done how I do until this day, you know. People still mess with, they still cool with me till this day. You know what I'm saying? So she done bathed the man, and he like, "Hey, you the one."
has ever bathed me before. After the tour, Keyshia remained focused on her cosmetics empire and fitness apparel, while Gucci's mental health began to deteriorate. He had a string of physical altercations and a 2013 Twitter rant where he insulted close friends, enemies, and Keyshia.
Got it. Oh, he named everybody. Walker, Nikki, Drake. Who is that? D. Woo, Frenchie, 2 Chains, Coach K. Oh, he went in. K.O. He said even F up. Eminem, OJ. Oh, them all his homies. Rob, Quavo, Takeoff, Cardi, Damn G, or Cardo, whoever that is. I don't know who that is. I was not born rich, but I wake up real and go to sleep real. It's an effortless, it's breathing. Rappers are strippers. Rappers are strippers. Gossiping, but fake as hell. He meant what he said, y'all. Like, he might have been a little ill, but he meant what he said. On that part right there, he meant what he said, cause that'll be the truth. Feel me? Yeah, gossiping. Yeah, rappers are strippers. Shit, these niggas is too. They ain't gotta be a rapper. I swear to God, me and Scooter, the last real authentic street niggas left. They said Scooter was real like that. How do y'all let these suckers trick y'all? Baffles me. It's easy for me. Everyone in the industry has a hidden agenda. Yeah. Every person let greed and pride conquer them. It's sad, but I've been in jail so much it humbled me. If you get your ass beat and your chain snatched, no gun, is that a strong arm robbery? Damn, he was able to be his friend after that? Yeah, nah, sir. Yeah, nah.
Also bragged about the various women he had hooked up with in the industry. He got locked up again after
if
cops
you get
found
your
a weapon
chain
and a bag of
your ass
substances
beat
on
your
him
chain
while he was
snatched.
having a mental health episode. Most women would have run.
Me, I'm most women.
But Keyshia decided to stand by her man. She wasn't able to bond him out because all of his collect calls had caused her phone bill to skyrocket.
Damn.
So he remained locked up until his August 2014 trial, where he took a plea deal and was sentenced to 39 months behind bars. The following month, he caught another conviction for a 2013 incident where he hit a fan over the head with a vodka bottle at a party. That resulted in an additional 3 years behind bars, which ran concurrently with his 39-month sentence.
Now, why he gonna waste the vodka like that? That's what I want to know. Doggone it.
Not a waste of vodka, lady.
Drops that would have made.
Keyshia remained in their Atlanta home while
She
Gucci
crazy.
was shipped off to a federal facility. While he was gone, he reportedly gave her $2 million to invest in her businesses. And she took the money, flipped it, and turned it into $6 million. She wasn't just busy running an empire, though. She was busy running his entire life. She told the Fader website that they constantly emailed each other, and they talked on the phone at least 5 to 6 times a day.
That's why her phone bill.
You ain't gonna find no chick that gonna do no junk like that. She turned it into 6. She took 2 and turned it into 6. And then flipping it and say, oh, I don't know where the rest went, or say 1 million, and then it went unaccounted for. I bet you he wanted to know where every dime went, but he didn't want to know where every dime went before she did that, because he allegedly, they said his stuff was getting stolen from other people, and she was alerting him and telling him, listen, your money turning up missing. And now he trusts her to flip his money and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So she deserved a little something. A little meal, not no damn gifts and shit that he be trying to do. Give bitches gifts and shit. I want some millions. They were stealing millions. I deserve some millions.
Was shipped off to a federal facility. While he was gone, he reportedly gave her $2 million to invest in her businesses. And she took the money, flipped it, and turned it into $6 million. She wasn't just busy running an empire, though. She was busy running his entire life. She told the Fader website that they constantly emailed each other, and they talked on the phone at least 5 to 6 times a day.
That's why her phone bill's so damn high.
She also put him on a schedule. They would work out, shower, and eat lunch at the same time. Then Gucci would call her to discuss what he had eaten to confirm that he was sticking to their new healthy lifestyle.
So he was in prison inside of another
Drink your
prison.
water, y'all.
Okay, gotcha.
He also made an effort to finally get sober. According to his autobiography, he went through a painful withdrawal from lean and was able to lose 25 pounds in 2 weeks. He was committed to looking better and feeling better, and he wanted Keyshia to see a brand new Gucci when he was finally released. He also vowed never to get locked up again. He was released but was ordered to home confinement in 2016. In order to keep him from slipping back into bad habits, Keyshia told the fader that their entire day was scheduled from beginning to end. They would wake up around 9 and handle their business calls and emails. Then they would work out and work all day before eating dinner, taking a shower, and laying down for the night. Keyshia said Gucci's days of staying in the studio until 6 or 7 in the morning were long gone because the studio was full of people smoking and drinking. To some, this might sound too restrictive, especially for a grown man. But for Gucci, it was exactly what he needed. Growing up in poverty in Bessemer, Alabama, before moving to Atlanta,
because I love the life. You feel me? Them young years, them teenage years. You grow up so fast, shit, you need a little structure when you get a little older, you know? It's about time to pack it on in.
childhood was marked by instant pop-home man, but for Gucci, it was exactly what he needed. Growing up in poverty in Bessemer, Alabama, before moving to Atlanta, his childhood was marked by instability. The streets became his classroom, and destruction was the only thing that was constant. By the time fame found him, he'd already learned to live on the edge, trusting no one and numbing the pain however he could. So when Keyshia and her structure finally entered his life, it probably soothed something deep inside him that had been unsettled since childhood. It gave him a sense of safety and stability that he had never really known, the kind that quiets the noise instead of adding to it. And now we have to address the elephant in the room. Keyshia and Gucci's relationship has all the elements of a trauma bond. As we mentioned, Gucci came from a childhood of instability, and Keyshia's nurturing nature likely triggered his longing for control and safety. For her, being the anchor in his storm may have validated her worth. When someone helps you climb out of rock bottom, it can blur love with obligation. Keyshia wasn't just his partner, she became his proof that redemption was possible. And Gucci wasn't just her husband, he was the project that justified her endurance. While they've clearly evolved, the foundation of their relationship still feels rooted in a mix of pain, pride, and proof that love can fix whatever therapy never touched. In November 2016, he proposed to her following a halftime performance at an Atlanta Hawks game, and they became husband and wife in October 2017 during a $1.7 million televised wedding called The Main Event. Viewers described the ceremony as a tacky, hot, stinking mess.
Why would they say that?
Bestie, you messed
It wasn't nothing wrong with that.
Hot, stinking
It wasn't nothing wrong with that.
That's how you say it, by the way.
What really ticked people off was that while Gucci and Keyshia were flashing their riches, Gucci was refusing to pay his baby mama, Sheena Evans, more child support for their son, Keithion, who was born in 2007. According to the Blast website, Sheena was only receiving $2,076 per month in child support. After a long and lengthy court battle, Gucci agreed to pay her $10,000 per month in support. Sheena wasn't the only woman who was sick of Gucci's ass. One of his exes told Tasha K that she was the one who held Gucci down, not Keyshia.
Where my popcorn and my margarita?
And I was speaking up about the Keyshia situation and how she's credited for being his ride or die. I'm the real ride.
Wait, this the same lady? That's the same lady as this lady. Oh, it is.
Where my popcorn and my margarita?
And I was speaking up about the Keyshia situation and how she's credited for being his ride or die. I'm the real ride or die.
It always is the ex-girlfriend, though. It be one in the tuck that they be just they you know what I'm saying? They do everything. But yeah, of course the new one gonna say what she gonna do, cause that's his one he with. What's wrong with that? She getting credited for everything. That's who the fuck he with. He married to her. Wouldn't you credit your wife? I'll say shit. He probably be in a doghouse if he say, "Oh, the ex bitch was helping me." Like, what do you want?
The one in the trap houses. I was the one that had to work and the guns and all of that stuff back in the day.
And then Gucci really caught some backlash after sharing a celebration post for Keyshia.
Now, how can a celebration post go wrong? That's what I want to know. Ain't it supposed to be happy times?
The post featured an image of them from their 2017 wedding, along with a caption that read, "Everyone want this, but what y'all forget was she was with wild Gucci, cheating Gucci, in jail Gucci, publicity with other women Gucci. This is Gucci after therapy/rehabilitation. This is a street man groomed in his 30s after he's been at his lowest point. Point is, this is a rider who knew what she signed up for. You is with the next after couples fight."
Couples fight? The talking about? I'm confused. You're gonna have to break it down to me, RRG.
On the surface, his post looked like a love letter.
Is that what you call it?
But underneath it, the message was laced with manipulation, misplaced credit, and a toxic narrative that frames love as endurance, not mutual respect. It pretty much tells women that if they want the fairy tale, they better
Put
suffer
up with some
first.
shit, yeah.
It romanticizes struggle and glorifies a woman's pain as proof of her loyalty, instead of questioning why a woman had to endure that much tomfoolery in the first place.
Amen. Ha! Amen.
Psychologically, this kind of rhetoric appeals to people who've been conditioned to see love as something you earn through sticking through the bad times. Gucci's followers, especially women, saw through it immediately because it implies that the only way to get a good man is to tolerate a bad one until he decides to change. It puts all the emotional labor, patience,
That's
and
what she
moral
want.
responsibility on
shit,
the
let
woman,
us-
while the man gets applause for finally being a decent human being. It's also deeply
That's how she
patronizing.
see it.
The tone
Shit.
makes it sound like Keyshia was a rehab nurse, not a wife. Kind of like her role was to fix Gucci rather than
That's
be
what
his
she
equal.
said. When they did the little interview when he was coming out saying he got schizophrenia, she said, "Oh no, I'm gonna fix him." That's what she said out her mouth. Ain't no goddamn allegedly. That's what she said. That's what she wanted to do. So let her. That's what she wanted to do.
Oh, kind of like a handler. Is that what you're saying?
The irony is that Gucci's message could have been powerful if he had shifted the focus. If he had said, "I was wild, I was wrong, and I became a better man because my wife deserved that," it would have hit different.
It don't matter
but
what that man
instead, he
said.
made it sound like she deserved the pain because it paid off in the end. Either way, their relationship continued to flourish. Their son, Ice Davis, was born in December 2020.
Whose goddamn white baby is that?
It's your baby, okay? He's just light-skinned.
A year later, all hell broke loose. During a Twitch live stream, DJ Academics reignited an old rumor that Keyshia was banging Yo Gotti during the time Gucci was locked up.
Oh,
the
my
alleged
goodness.
affair was reportedly the reason for Gucci and Gotti's feud. This isn't the only rumor involving Keyshia. Rick Ross's baby mama, Tia Kemp, also accused Keyshia of bouncing on Rick's sausage
Yeah,
rocket
shit,
during
I
the
saw
time
that.
Gucci was incarcerated. Keyshia actually denied that rumor, though. Their daughter, Iceland Davis, was born in February 2023.
Ice in Iceland. Okay, interesting. For her to be such a smart
Oh,
businesswoman.
they got
She
some
can't
pretty
make kids
kids.
worth a damn, I tell you that.
While Keyshia and Gucci dote on their children and give them the world, fans can't help but wonder why their other children from previous relationships don't receive the same treatment. In his song called Married with Millions, he raps, "Main priority right now is just Ice and Iceland. I do it for the fam. I cut off all the leeches."
Okay, so he don't do it for them other kids. He calling his other kids leeches? Is that what you saying? Got it.
And that brings us to 2025. During a joint interview with The Breakfast Club, Gucci revealed he has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and schizophrenia.
Hey, boo.
She explained how she's able to keep his episodes away from the public eye by removing his social media apps from his phone. She added, I delete Instagram. I delete everything. Even if I got to change his password, I'm changing it because I don't need the public to know he's having an episode. And she's able to recognize when he's going to have an episode when he goes quiet and starts sending text messages punctuated after every word. What Keyshia is doing may be rooted in genuine concern, but it also places her in a role that looks more like a handler than a partner. She has become the gatekeeper between Gucci and the public, protecting his image while also monitoring his mental state. This suggests that his condition requires constant environmental control, which is emotionally exhausting for both of them. From a psychological standpoint, the
what was they doing next to him that he looked over there to the side like that?
Become the gatekeeper between Gucci and the public, protecting his image while also monitoring his mental state. This suggests that his condition requires constant environmental control, which is emotionally exhausting for both of them. From a psychological standpoint, this dynamic feeds into their long-established pattern. Gucci's need for stability mirrors the turmoil of his early life, while Keyshia's need to nurture gives her a sense of purpose and power. Relationships built on crisis often become self-reinforcing. The caretaker feels needed, and the person being managed feels dependent. The deeper issue is that Gucci's public image and mental well-being are being balanced on Keyshia's shoulders. That level of control is unsustainable. Love can coexist with compassion, but it cannot thrive in constant supervision. It raises uncomfortable questions. Is Gucci truly healed, or is he being maintained? And if she ever stopped managing him, would his life unravel again? What she is doing may protect him, but it might also be preventing him from ever learning how to protect himself.
Any other requests that you have, drop them down in the comments, send them to my Discord. You know what I'm saying? Check me out doing my reactions live on Kick and Twitch. The links will be down below. Peace.